Have you ever felt like your big goals, your desires, are just kind of floating out there, just out of reach? Well, today, we're going to dive into a pretty powerful idea that getting wealthy isn't about luck, it's about following a very specific, almost scientific law. We'll break down the two absolutely essential steps. First, how you connect with the source of everything you could ever want, and second, how to give that source the perfect blueprint to build your reality.
So let's just start with a quick gut check, right? When you think about what you want in life, is it this fuzzy, hazy idea, I want more money, or I want to be successful? If your desires feel vague, like you're trying to see through a fog, there's a really good reason they haven't shown up yet. And in the next few minutes, we're going to clear that fog up for good.
Most people think the first step to getting what you want is all about action, the hustle, the grind. But what if the real first step is something way quieter, something much more fundamental? It's all about establishing a connection, a relationship with the very source that all things come from.
Now, the source material calls this the formless substance. Okay, it might sound a little old school, but just think of it like this. It's the raw, intelligent energy that the entire universe is made of. And it's not just some dumb, lifeless stuff out there. It's responsive. And here's the absolute key. Its entire nature is to create, and it's literally designed to respond to you.
This right here. This is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. Before you can even think about directing this creative energy, you first have to be in harmony with it. And this isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. It's presented as the most critical, most vital step in the entire process. So, what's the secret to plugging in?
The entire method for creating that harmony, that connection, it all comes down to one single, powerful practice: gratitude. And let's be super clear here, this is not just about saying thank you when something good happens. The idea here is that gratitude literally functions like a law of physics. It's the actual wire that connects you to the creative power of the universe.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Gratitude brings you closer to the source. It's kind of like moving your house right next to a giant river instead of trying to carry little buckets of water from miles away. The closer you are, the more easily and abundantly everything just flows to you.
Okay, this slide really gets to the heart of it all. It shows these two completely opposite ways of being. On one side, you've got the grateful mind. It's not just positive thinking. By always focusing on the best, it keeps that connection to the creative power wide open and strong. It creates this awesome feedback loop where you just keep receiving more. But then on the other side, you've got the dissatisfied mind. By dwelling on poverty and lack, it basically just cuts the wires. You're broadcasting a signal of not enough, and, well, the universe, being totally responsive, just delivers more of that.
So here's the big takeaway for this section. Gratitude is not some passive, nice feeling. No way. It is the active, functional wire that carries the creative current between you and that formless substance. Without it, there's no connection. And if there's no connection, there's no creation. It is honestly that simple.
And this is where it gets really, really powerful. See, when you're in a continuous state of gratitude, you naturally start expecting good things to happen. It's just a natural result. And that constant, steady expectation, well, that hardens into what we call unwavering faith. Gratitude is literally the seed that real faith grows from. Okay, so gratitude opens the channel. You're connected. Now what? Well, now it's time for step 2, telling that creative energy exactly what to build for you. If gratitude is the connection, this next part is the blueprint. It's called thinking in a certain way, and it's all about going from a fuzzy wish to a crystal clear, definite vision.
Think about it. You can't send a clear email by just mashing random keys on the keyboard, right? Well, this intelligent substance works the same way. A vague desire like, I want to be rich, that's just static. It's noise. It's an unformed, misty idea. To really activate this creative power, you have to be definite. You have to know exactly what you want.
I absolutely love this metaphor. Your mental image is your destination. It's your port. And just like a sailor keeps that port constantly in mind to navigate, you have to hold your vision with that exact same focus. It's not something you just think about once in a while. It needs to become the compass that directs all of your thoughts all day long. All right, so how does this actually work in the real world? Let's take a super common desire. So many people say, I want to be rich, but like we said, that's way too vague. Let's get specific. Let's say the real desire is for a beautiful new house. Here's how you transform that from just a simple wish into a powerful creative vision. So here they are, the 4 steps. First, you form a crystal clear mental picture. Second, you attach a really strong purpose to it. Why do you want it? Third, you hold that picture with absolute faith that it's on its way. And fourth, and this one is the game changer, you mentally take possession of it right now.
So instead of just wanting a house, you get really specific. You start to picture the exact house. You can see the sunlight streaming through that big kitchen window in the morning, hitting the countertops just right. You can actually feel the soft, worn texture of the big, comfy armchair you're going to have in the living room. You can smell coffee brewing. You fill in all the details until it feels totally real. Now, this next step is so important. You don't just look at the picture like it's on a screen, you step inside of it. You actually begin to live in that new house mentally. In your imagination, you walk through the rooms, you cook a meal in that kitchen, you sit down and relax in that armchair. You use it in your mind exactly as you will when it becomes your physical possession.
And this brings us right back full circle to our first principle, doesn't it? You feel this deep, profound gratitude for this house right now, as if you already have the keys in your pocket. A person who can be truly thankful for things that they only own in their imagination, that person has real faith. That feeling of thankfulness is what solidifies the vision and really impresses it on that creative substance. Okay, this brings us to the final and maybe the most critical distinction of all. It's the one thing that separates someone who just daydreams from someone who actively creates their own reality. The dreamer, well, they have the mental image. Maybe it's even a really clear one, but that's where it stops. It's a totally passive activity, just a pleasant fantasy with absolutely no power behind it.
And this just nails the difference, doesn't it? The creator does something more. They hold that exact same picture, but they infuse it with 2 powerful active ingredients: an unwavering faith that it is real and it's coming to them, and a steadfast purpose to actually realize it. It's the faith and the purpose that transform a simple mental image from a dream into a literal blueprint for creation. So, that brings us to the final question, and this one's for you. It's not about what you wish for or what you daydream about. It's about what you choose right now to create. Using that powerful combination of gratitude, faith, and purpose, what reality will you begin to own in your mind starting today?